Hey, Alex, Alexander the Great. I've been sending you these Pinky and the Brain translations, right? I got a pretty good investigatory mind. Always, I was an underachiever. I'm one of the guys that was like, I'm gonna get me a good paying $100,000 a year job. I'm gonna get me a house on the water on the bayou, and I'll have the perfect life, and I won't have that much responsibility, and I'll have women over all the time because my house is nice, and I got a boat, and we can go out on it and, fish, and things like that. And of course, it was just the perfect life, right? And then, of course, like I said, I've got a good investigatory mind, and something realized that I was awake, and then the media realized I was awake. It was just like that, and that's all it took. I mean, that's how connected this Borg is, right? So, what I wanted to get at, it's raining, I'm going to have to speak up here a little bit. The Pinky and the investigatory, this is when you need to stop and ask yourself, Alex, okay? Everything you need to know, all right? Everything about all of this was in Pinky and the Brain in 1993, okay? The whole story's there. Everything you need to know about mind control, electromagnetic weapons, the whole 9 yards, okay? And forecasting future events, using relativity to forecast future events with satellites that are capable of controlling people's minds at the same time. See, there's 2 ways you do this, right? See, my old T-Rex, right? The original me, of course, I wasn't completely aware of everything that was taking place when I was having excruciating migraines when I was a kid, right? And my heads-up display started kind of coming alive when I was a kid. I never thought anything of it. It was shortly after a concussion, okay? I thought maybe I just kind of knocked myself silly, but there was always something. I had these really bad migraines, and they started when I was my whole life growing up. Now, when I joined the Army, the migraines just went away. They just disappeared. So I was tapped, unbeknownst to me, when I knew something was up, but I didn't know the extent of it until recently. Now that everybody's asleep, the whole fucking country's dead to the world, okay? Nobody is home anywhere. And here we are, you and me, Alex, like, what the fuck's going on? What's wrong with all these people? Nobody's home. I'm serious. So I was one of the original Lockheed taps, right? That seen all of this coming. And you remember when Pinky stepped on that fail-safe button in that episode I sent not too long ago? That's basically what happened, right? I stepped on the fail-safe button by design. See, all of this was forecasted, right? And it's not forecasted. They can literally see the future, okay, if you haven't noticed, all right? Now, investigatory mind here. This is when you need to stop and ask yourself. And I'm not the most educated. Another thing I want to say, I don't have a big education or anything like that. I mean, I got a community college degree. I like the easy street, right? Now, I did serve in the military, got an honorable discharge, the whole 9 yards. I wasn't a loser. I actually had the perfect life. I had a really nice house on the water. Everything was great until they came here and the media bushwhacked me, right, with their technology. Which I'm starting to realize now that I go back and I get into my subconscious where everything is deeply rooted in there. Everything is. This whole thing is coming out of my subconscious. All of it is, okay? I have the key to this other language that I'm breaking down for you, Alex. Okay, the reason I wanted to make this freaking video, right? The Pinky and the Brain. Nobody else has ever said anything about Pinky and the Brain. You don't see anybody else translating it on YouTube. I'm not putting any videos of Pinky and the Brain on. This is our book. This is the key. This is the proof, Alex. Pinky and the Brain is the proof that all of this has taken place. And it not only proves it, it tells you exactly how it's done. It talks about Martha Stewart, Bill Cosby, Uranium One. I've barely even scratched the surface. Do you know how much stuff in there that they could see into the future using relativity, using a quantum computer that's got a twin? It's got a twin quantum computer in outer space and a twin. I wonder who the twin on the ground is for the Hubble telescope. And Pinky and the Brain came out shortly after they put the Hubble telescope in outer space. Remember that one episode where he said the tea bag, I'd have one tea bag that would rise to prominence. Kind of, you hear that southern voice? The South will rise again. Hey, are you ready, Alex? I need some help here, all right? I mean, this shit's kicking my ass, whatever the media has that they sent here to torture me with and ruin my life, run me through the ringer, the political ringer, remember? See, I'm not, you remember in Forrest Gump where, I'm Forrest Gump too, by the way, that was forecasted. You remember when the braces came off of his legs, he ran like the wind. Well, I think this is the first time that the media who makes politicians ever ran across this scenario where somebody took them and bent them over and ended up with all the blackmail. You see what I'm saying? Of course, you know, my back was as crooked as a question mark. Worked out perfectly. And I am related to the Clintons, but I'm also related to Thomas Jefferson and all them other folks that I told you about, right? So, oh, and just Obama being related to him, that's perfect. They ever call me racist. Stop me, I'm related to Obama. Can't call me racist. I mean, this has been really set up to perfection. And Uncle Vlad probably had a little bit to do with it, too. Okay. I mean, I don't think Uncle Vlad wants to be a globalist, okay? And he's probably pretty good at psyops and things like that, and has got the same technology as the Hubble. And that's where collusion. That's where collusion came from, because my mind was being used by Lockheed Martin, right? And then I colluded with my ex-wife, where our quantum entanglement began. I got some guns, media. And I think the Army's getting a picture here, media. If you haven't been, they're just stacking this evidence up so much right now, media. I'm telling you, the military, the Army, I don't know about the rest of the military, but I think the Army's about to take over the military. I mean, yeah. They're going to take over the media pretty soon. I can't wait. It's going to be fucking hilarious. Can I be on the door kick team for the first door y'all kick in? I want to be the shotgun guy in the back. But anyways, Alex, just stop and ask yourself, how the fuck has nobody ever pointed out all of the evidence that's in Pinky and the Brain? Everybody's mind is being controlled, Alex. That's all the evidence you need, man. The whole country's mind has been nanoteched, attached to their neurons, and they are being driven by electromagnetic frequencies that they cook my brain with it every frickin' night and try to shut me up, but it just pisses me off. But anyways, that one thing right there, Alex, is something you might want to ask yourself. How come nobody's ever pointed out Pinky and the Brain